What is going on YouTube? This is Lewis of the Way It Kicks channel. Happy Saturday to everybody out there. Today is September 6th, the release date of the Jordan 4 Cave Stones, which we have right here in this box. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at it and take a quick look at this box. Does it remind you of anything? Yes, sir. It looks almost like that wet cement box. Actually, it kind of is, just with a little different, a little darker shade of gray or brown as it's supposed to be, right? But that texture, you can hear that there on the box. You got the black Jumpman and you got Flight written there under in black. Now on that wet cement, all this is supposed to be cleared out, right? It's supposed to look like a water puddle or whatever. But in any case, label on here reads Air Jordan 4 Retro Cave Stone Black Phantom. And please smash that like button for your boy. Appreciate you being tapped in. As I said, this is a size 12. Picked them up today from JD Sport Finish Line. Now, this is not my pair, guys. I picked these up for somebody and I will be sending them out. So unfortunately, there will be no on feet. But let's go ahead and pop this open. And yeah, there you go. We're following the same color patterns here under it. And we got our cement tissue paper, and the shoes, of course, as most of our sneakers have been coming now, are double wrapped with some extra tissue paper, guys. Let's go ahead and unwrap that, and we'll take a look here first at the left shoe. And here you go, guys, the Jordan 4 Cave Stones. Now, how are they coming up on camera in your opinion, guys? In my opinion, the quality on this shoe is pretty nice feel to it. Very smooth type of leather on there. No real transition necessarily to speak of on the materials. It feels like a very, very, very flat suede, I would say. That being said, look at the caging. Black caging, and look how thick that caging is. I'm going to put it close there so you can see. Shout out to Jordan brand for, up in the robustness of the caging that we've been getting now on the Jordan 4s. In any case, you got that cave stone color here all around. Also on the wings, you got black on the wings tips. Cave stone color laces, black caging, cave stone color behind the caging. Here on the tongue itself, we do have a black Jumpman with Flight there written in white. Taking a look here at the back tap, Nike Air written there in black. Now, how do you guys feel about that? I remember the mock-ups of this shoe, the Nike Air was actually in white. I wonder if they kept it that way. Would I have changed my mind in picking these up? In any case, taking a look here at the midsole, you have black and white. And the midsole material itself, almost like a translucent, depending on the angle in which I hold these, I can kind of see the light being able to come through some of this outsole here. But you do have some white there in the pivot point, black in the toe. You do have black here in the heel, in the heel area. And then you also have white here in the midfoot at Nike Air, Nike with the black swoosh. Inside let me go ahead and pull out the other shoe, and then we'll talk about like what's inside the sock liner and whether or not this was actually going to be a good pickup, and will you be able to get these on sale. So in any case here, all black sock liner, and let's see what this insole foot pad is looking like, and if there's any little Easter eggs in here. Oh man, this insole foot pad is already feeling kind of flimsy. Look at that. Yeah, that's a pretty flimsy insole foot pad, but as you can see here, we got that cave stone colorway. We have Nike Air written there in black, and man, look at that. Damn, Nike. Maybe, maybe a little more cushion might do you some good there. In any case, nothing there on the bottom, as you can see, just kind of that woven material they have there. Overall, man, I must say, and also I got to point out, right, you got Air Jordan written there upside down, cave stone color patch with Air Jordan Air written in black. Overall, man, this is not a bad shoe for the fall time, and I think it's great that they released these now as we are here in September, just before the fall really goes ahead and kicks off. a lot of times they're famous for releasing shoes when it's out of date for the particular season or even the particular holiday, as we've seen many times it come from Jordan Brand, you know, kind of like releasing Fear 4s and Fear 3s after the Halloween time, you know. Most notably, releasing the Black History Month SB Dunks months after Black History Month. I can't call it sometimes on what it is they do, but overall, man, I think this is a very clean shoe. A lot of people will draw the comparisons to the Jordan 4 Topes and the Travis Scott Jordan 4s as well, and I'll put pictures of those so you can see what it is I'm talking about. But overall, man, not a bad shoe, not a bad shoe at all. Retail on these obviously was that $220 price tag, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, you know, shout out to JD Sport Finish Line for the exclusive access dub, and I'll be able to send these up to my boy. Probably didn't necessarily need the help, but it helped me out and go ahead and, you know, keeping my algorithm going and securing some more points. You know what I mean? That being said, appreciate you guys being tapped in. Sub up here to the channel. If you have not done so yet, make sure those notification bells are clicked on. This is Lewis of the Wear Your Kicks channel, reminding you to be true, stay in the moment, and don't forget, every day is a great day to wear your kicks.